What's going on, all you of age, alive, consenting, and unrelated Crusaders? Crusader Actual here, and today I am equipped with my finest cooking apron because today we're going to react to some Michelin level cooking that I had the unfortunate privilege of stumbling across. Well, not really stumbling. Well, since my subscribers are all a bunch of degenerates, they love to send me stuff that makes me quite uncomfortable. And well, congratulations, because this video certainly achieved that. So today I'm going to react to our favorite e-beggar and fine dining chef, KingCobraJFS. In these 5 videos I'm about to watch, Josh here will be walking us through how to create one of his legendary food hacks, as he calls them. Today he'll be making a burrito. Well, really, it's a chimichanga, all right? Filled with chili beans, chopped pork patties, pork liver pate, and really the focal point of the dish, snails. That's right, snails. I think the most jarring thing about this whole experience is that I didn't know snails were considered seafood. You know, how am I supposed to know that? All right, shut up. I'm not a rocket biologist, all right? Get over yourselves.
You're an idiot.
But yeah, so if that didn't catch your attention, I'm sure at this point this all sounds very appetizing, especially when he starts adding his signature touch to the dishes, which is essentially just slathering Country Crock butter on top. Excuse me, Country Crock original butter on top, cheddar cheese, and of course, crushed up nacho cheese Doritos. So now that we're all kind of on the same page and I've set the scene for you, we'll get into the video in just a second. But before we do, hey, please leave a like and comment on this video. You know, it really helps with the algorithm, and really it's the best way to compensate me for the loss of brain cells I'm going to experience. And it'll make Grayson here extremely happy. And you don't want to disappoint Grayson, do you? No, you don't. Believe me, I've done it before, and I paid dearly. And if you enjoy my content, consider subscribing. If you're interested as well, the Discord is linked below. As many of my subs will tell you, the community in the Discord is probably one of the most welcoming around, and I 100% agree with that. It's just full of a bunch of degenerates, all right? Please, don't go in there unless you're prepared to deal with a bunch of horrible things. No, I'm just kidding. It's all right. Also, in the description below, I have a P.O. box, so send me shit. Cool. And one final note, we're going to attempt to play bingo for the first time with KingCobraJFS. If you're familiar with my channel, I play bingo with Amberlynn Reed all the time. Not physically with her, of course. I wish. That would be a great, great experience. But I created a bingo card for King Cobra, and I put it in the description below. So you feel free to play along. This might be better for some of his live streams, but we'll see what we can cover in this video alone. Might not be much, but we'll see what we can get. But all right, Crusaders, make sure you have your bucket or maybe a trash can close by, you know, just in case you're feeling queasy, need to throw up. I'll just warn you right off the bat, if you have a weak stomach, like, please, probably shouldn't watch this video. But if you're feeling froggy or snaily, if you're feeling snaily, let's get into this video. All right, so we got the bingo card over here. it is my Boglin bingo. I'm still new to the lore, trying to figure out what a lot of these terms mean, but I know everyone calls King Cobra the Boglin. But anyway, let me just lay out a few things here that are pretty common on this bingo card. So TWU, what does that mean? It really means that's what's up. It means that's what's up. That's a big thing that Josh loves to say. It's great. Awooga under it. That's pretty much his text message sound. He does it all the time. If he mentions his food hacks, that's typically like these weird, crazy foods he makes. So this might be checked off right off the bat. I didn't put a free space. I put drinks alcohol in the middle as the free space because that's typically what he's known for. He loves alcohol here. He loves drinking. Drink combos, right? He makes like disgusting weird drinks similar to the food hack. All right, I think everything else kind of speaks for itself. Let's get into this. I sped it up. It's at 1.25. So I don't got all day for this shit, man. All right, I got stuff to do, right?
What up, YouTube? So I took 2 burrito shells and stuck them together with some bacon grease. Oh, speaking of grease.
Oh my god, what the? Are we seriously starting with that?
Trolls a kiss.
Josh is he's a ladies' man, if you didn't know, all right? He's very, very in tune with what society likes and what the ladies like, so that was definitely why he did that. I was not ready for that. So he also does this thing too. I don't know if we'll get to see him make the actual burrito, but he puts like 1,000 freaking toothpicks in it to like keep it all together. So we got a base here of like 3 or 4 tortillas. because he makes these chimichangas, burritos, whatever you want to call them, really big and filled with a lot of crap. So he does this to really try and keep everything in place.
Now, when you throw your burritos shells in the oven, preheat,
Calls them burrito shells.
they get a little crispy and hard to fold. I learned that the hard way, cuz that's why I have all these toothpicks to hold it in place, so when it chimichangas up, none of it leaks or falls apart.
Chimichangas up. So now we're going to take a look at the ingredients.
This fucking big ass burrito. I got some chili beans.
Perfect. Good.
A little bit of this Army brand chopped pork patties.
Oh my god, that looks so disgusting. Some cured pork liver pate.
So pork patties and pork liver.
Oh my god, and the snails.
And a couple
the
of
cherry
snails
on top. This is it.
I tried the snails. I actually like the taste of snails. They're a little salty. Trying to record the video for making this burrito was a fucking disaster. Now, after I layered everything, all 4 of these meats, into this burrito, I added a small pinch of crushed nacho cheese Doritos.
It's not a small pinch. He puts a lot.
And a sprinkle of sharp cheddar cheese.
And it's not a sprinkle of cheese either. It's a lot. This burrito's like thousands of calories.
What kind of sauce did I use for the burrito? Is it in here? Yeah.
There's that vacuum that never moves, never gets used.
And after I layered the middle of that burrito with everything, I added a sprinkle of the secret Aardvark Red Scorpion Fiery Hot Sauce. I tried a lick of it. It's definitely spicy. I didn't need a whole lot. I did not need a whole lot to layer the inside of that burrito. The last couple of times you see me make cooking videos, I make these baked burritos where I cover the shell in like margarine or butter and it makes it into a chimichanga kind of thing. I overbaked.
I forgot the fart at the beginning too. He mentioned the trolls, so we'll go ahead and mark that off.
Baked my base tortilla shells, so when I tried to fold it, it crumbled. And like I said, you don't gotta heat the tortilla shells up too much. So I'll let that bake in the oven, then when it gets real crispy on top, after I add the butter to it, I'll pull all the toothpicks out.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. So he loves adding Country Crock Original butter. We'll see him do it, but he like slathers this thing in butter. Like, we're talking at least 500 calories of butter, like at least.
Then we're gonna sprinkle some more of that nacho cheese. Look, that sharp cheddar on top with the crunchiness.
How disgusting the sink is.
With the Doritos. So we're gonna sprinkle, like, that's gonna be the last bits.
Like, what do we got in there? A ton of plates. We got some rags and shit.
I got the burrito wrapped. Not as pretty as I'd like it to be wrapped. But there's the hot sauce we used. And the meats. Trying to watch me make this burrito was a fucking disaster.
We got an Ozzy Osbourne shirt on. We'll go ahead and check that off. And he has a stupid pirate hat on. So we'll go ahead and mark off the pirate hat as well.
But I know enough with making these burritos the last couple of times with my cooking videos that as soon as the shell bakes after what I do my next step, that I'm not going to need the
I'm assuming that's an Ozzy Osbourne shirt. It looks like it.
toothpicks for the end results. So watching me try to fold it was a complete disaster, but at least I was able to save it. However, you're going to miss me trying snails for the first time, but you'll see me trying it in this here burrito. Things never go as quite as we planned. Sometimes. We've got some Country Crock Original. Now, every time I
So just for reference, this Country Crock Original is 50 calories per tablespoon.
make these big-ass chimichanga-style burritos, I roll a burrito, and if it needs, usually if I fold it just right, I don't need a toothpick to hold it in place.
My God.
I place the creased side of the burrito down face so that everything else is facing up, and I don't need toothpicks. But if you over-crispify your shells before preheating them...
There we go. All the butter, dude.
Folks. It really can.
He's going to lather this entire thing
You want to,
in butter.
preheat your tortilla shells so they're a little bit more softer and easier to roll with.
Just
but if you
slathering
overheat the
butter.
shells, they get a little bit crispy, so then when you try to fold a burrito, motherfucker just falls apart, man. But as I've said before,
My God, it's so disgusting.
sometimes toothpicks are a chef's best friend. Like shit. I was barely able to save the burrito. And I'm still new to
Yeah, so is like a palate is typically like a chef's best friend too. This man has like no palate whatsoever. Just like the most disgusting kind
rolling
ever.
burritos. I know the technique and how you fold it on the inside and then kind of roll it so it creates a seal on both ends kind of thing.
My God, dude.
And people are so used to me doing cooking videos anymore. They don't care how gross it is. They almost expect it at this point. Like, oh, Cobra got canned snails from his YouTube fans. That is so fucking weird. Why would you? I tried it. They're a little salty. They taste like the ocean. But I like canned fish and that sort of thing, so I thought they tasted good. I like snails. I like the way they taste.
Gross.
But you see all the chef's toothpicks that I had to use
The
to
chef's
assist in
toothpicks.
rolling my burrito, which wouldn't have happened if I hadn't overheated. You know, when I preheat the tortilla shells, it's only to make them soft and pliable. Because normally when you do it,
He's just still going with this butter
shells
so
are
much.
naturally soft and pliable, but you warm them up slightly, just enough to make them a little bit more doughy in consistency. It just makes it easier to roll your burritos and your tacos and what have you. But if you overheat the preheating process, your tortilla shells get crispy, and then when you don't want them
Still
to,
going
kind
with the
of
butter.
thing,
So disgusting, dude. I can't. It's so bad.
now I have the oven preheated to 350.
I just like that we're doing it with a fork too. I mean, maybe that's the best answer. I don't know. I don't make these disgusting abominations regularly. Licked his finger there. Good. Another fart. My God. Still going, huh? We're still gonna keep going with this butter.
Now we're gonna. You see me make the burritos 1,000 times already. I gave you the ingredients.
Is he not gonna... Oh, I guess he's gonna cook it first and then sprinkle all the other bullshit on it.
We're gonna make the snail stuffed burrito. Bake it
God dang, that oven's in rough shape.
for a minute. All that butter is gonna melt. All the country croc's gonna melt. It's gonna soak into that flour tortilla burrito shell
Yeah.
and make the outside of it golden crispy like a chimichanga. That's the secret I discovered.
What year is this oven from?
So even if it ain't rolled the prettiest, you can use chef's toothpicks to hold it in place. Once you get it baked and held into place, it doesn't go anywhere or move. You know, it'll get to the point where that shell doesn't come undone. So let that tortilla shell get nice and crispy. Before the whole thing is entirely crispy, you leave like a little bit left to get nice and crisped up. When it's at that point, take it out of the oven, hit the top of it with some fresh shredded cheese from the sharp cheddar that I put in the middle of it, and then crush up some nacho cheese Doritos
Right.
to sprinkle on top, and then slap it back in the oven. So by the time it's done fully crispifying, the cheese is slightly crispy on top of the shell. It creates a very delicious effect.
A very delicious effect. Cool. Let's see if he's correct with this. Let's move on to the next video. All right, this one's simply titled Part 2 of Snail Burrito.
What up, YouTube? So,
What up?
the last cooking video, I attempted to make a burrito like I've been making the last couple of times. Well, the problem with that is, before sticking it in the oven,
This guy almost out-angles Amberlyn Reed.
I've been known to smear, like, the country crock on top of the shell, and then hit that spread with some of that garlic powder like I've been doing in the last couple of burrito videos.
Damn, he uses garlic powder too, huh? Him and Amber, big garlic powder fans.
I forgot to add the garlic powder to the top of the shell before throwing it in the oven after wrapping it horribly, so luckily the chef's toothpick.
Alright, so this is like with all the butter melted onto it.
Are gonna hold this burrito in place while it bakes.
I get your
And then when
point.
it's done, like, baking to a point, I can just pull the chef toothpicks out.
Yeah.
Hit it with some cheese and some Doritos. Let it bake for a little bit longer. And then we're done. So what I did was, I pulled it out of the oven, realizing my mistake. Hit the top of it with some of that garlic powder.
Is that... Oh my.
And now that butter has already started to melt. This is why you want to, like, add the garlic powder.
That's a lot of garlic powder, is it not? Look at all that.
Before throwing it in the oven.
Oh my god.
That's what I've been doing with the burrito these last couple of go-arounds.
He's trying to spoon all the butter and put it on top.
My fans sent me some, like, exotic meats. The snails and the pork liver.
Exotic meat. It's all freaking canned, like, horribly processed food.
Stuff like that. So I try to throw it into a fucking burrito, and then folding it becomes a fucking disaster. Or I overcook my base Dorito shells. So I'm like, you know what, it's cool. Just grab 2 more shells and wrap it up. And oh great, they didn't wrap up the way I wanted it to, or nice and
This is like the
clean.
12th
There's
time we've
gaps
heard this, dude.
everywhere.
Yeah,
It
we
just
know.
doesn't look
We
that
know.
pretty
It was
kind of
horrible.
thing.
Horribly wrapped up.
So I'm like, that's okay, just use some fucking goddamn fucking chef's toothpicks.
Some fucking goddamn fucking chef's toothpicks.
You can hold all 4 shells together.
He's
So
got a
when
way
it
with
bakes,
words.
And before you put the cheese on and the Doritos, you can still save it. Pretty straightforward.
Alright, chill, daddy. God dang.
The shell gets crispy enough, you can pull the toothpicks out, it'll stay together at a certain point, but it's gonna have to bake for a hot minute. Now, all the butter should not have been melting on top of it or underneath it without some proper seasoning on the fucking, so I fucked up my own recipe.
I mean, I'd say this whole thing is pretty messed up, like from start to finish. Like all of it is like rather disgusting.
Pretty consistent with it. Roll a burrito, smother it in country crock butter spread, hit the top of the burrito with a sprinkle of garlic powder.
Mm-hmm.
And then
that was more than a sprinkle, my friend.
Just adds a flavor to the top of it. So I'm going to rebaste it with a little bit of that garlic seasoning.
Rebaste it.
Just to make sure my OCD's triggered and I don't want to fuck up on my recipe. Fucking. There's already so much underneath it that I'm not going to need a whole lot to correct it.
Oh, so we're adding more butter. Okay. Goodness
Now,
gracious.
once this
Holy crap.
chimichanga gets crispy enough in the oven, it's not going to need the toothpicks. So I got to watch it like a hawk. Because last time I fucked up and had to use toothpicks to fix my chimichanga. That's how I learned that it's alright. If you don't fold it beautifully, it doesn't want to stick together. You bake the burrito in the oven with some toothpicks in there. The tortilla shell will bake onto itself.
Yeah.
It'll hold it together. And you'll have that beautiful deep fried burrito action. Even if it's not folded the prettiest.
I'm just impressed we're using a spoon this time.
That's alright. I wasn't too worried about it because people have been seeing me make these goddamn burritos on YouTube as of lately. So it's just me repeating the same recipe with different fillings,
Yeah.
basically.
And repeating the same thing over and over and over again.
So I'm like, whatever, fuck it. The oven's preheated at 350 degrees. You get self-conscious about fucking up on one thing, and then the whole recipe goes to almost to complete shit. But luckily, I caught it.
Are we putting more garlic powder now?
Yeah, we don't need a whole lot of that garlic powder.
Oh my god, dude.
Correct it.
So we did butter, melted the butter, garlic powder, and now put more butter and now more garlic powder. Great. Okay.
Because there's already so much on there. Let's add some flavor to it. Now,
Oh my god, yeah, I forgot. He has to put freaking beer on everything, dude. Like, what the hell?
see, when I realized my mistake, I got up quickly enough, and I spilt my Bud Light on the floor. I did not freak out. I cleaned it up. I took a deep breath. And I'm like, you still got a couple in the fridge, so no big deal. But I feel kind of like a prat for spilling it, so I guess to add to the cooking video, we're going to smother the now freshly buttered burrito.
Dude, this is too much, man. I can't with this. This is way too much.
With all the snails and all the meats. There wasn't that much Bud Light Platinum left in the goddamn burrito. Like, maybe like that much left. You know.
So now we gotta hit it with the cheese and the Doritos, right?
So, okay, we added beer to it. We fixed our basting mistake by making more flavor for it.
Oh, okay, we gotta bake it again.
Jesus Christ is a cunt. That's exhausting. Cooking can be so
Jesus, dude. The language.
fucking stressful. Because
I'm trying to figure out what's going on behind him right here. I see a bunch of bottles of alcohol. That looks like concertina wire. Like small concertina wire. Chess? Are those chess pieces? It looks like chess pieces. And is that an NES? I don't know, or some shit. What the hell?
I've done this recipe several times in the last couple of days. You fold the burrito. If it doesn't get folded beautifully, you know that if you stick it and fold it with extra tortilla shells, if you have to, and you stick it with the toothpicks, it'll stay together. I'm not a burrito folding expert. I just happen to know for a fucking fact, based off experience, that when you smother the burrito you rolled in Country Crock Original with your favorite like taco seasoning or whatever, don't even have to add seasoning, but if you add Country Crock Original or some kind of butter to the outside of your burrito before baking it in the oven, you literally get this crispy chimichanga texture on the shell. And it doesn't have to be at like some ridiculous temperature, man. Like 350 degrees preheated. I overheated my base tortillas and then forgot to fucking season it when I rolled it. So I'm like, ah, fuck. Okay, so we corrected that. Fucking ridiculous.
All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, Snail Burrito Part 3. Let's do it. Hey, bud.
What's up, YouTube? At the start of this journey, I had a mixture of E&J apple.
Okay, so he's mentioning drinking alcohol, so we can go ahead and put that in that middle.
Sour apple mixed with spicy pickled vodka. And some cherry limeade. Shooters mixed with the watermelon.
This is a wild ride.
G Fuel.
With G Fuel? All that alcohol mixed with G Fuel?
part 1 and part 2.
So we'll mark a couple of things off here, right? So we'll go ahead and mark off a drink combo. I'd say he's slurring his words a little bit. What do y'all think? I think he's slurring his words more than I am right now. Oh my goodness gracious. He's slurring words.
At the start of the burrito video, I had that drink combo. I got confident in making it. I knew what I wanted. I had the meats.
Just like Arby's.
However, I overcooked my stuffing burritos, and that's what fucked me on the recipe. However, I was barely able to fix it by wrapping the burrito.
Doesn't that just look appetizing, guys? What do you Crusaders think? Y'all think y'all would eat this? Who would eat this?
With 2 more burritos.
It looks so gross.
All that buttery goodness. You don't even know.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
I had to change the tin foil on this burrito. I unstuck it from the old tin foil, got all the tin foil off the bottom of it.
Cut all the tinfoil off the bottom of it, so it's just riddled with tinfoil on the bottom?
You see a little bit of SNAIL poking out right there.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna think it a little bit more crispy on the top there, but not for too much longer. I gave it fresh tin foil, put the burrito on a fresh sheet of tin foil, pulled all the toothpicks out, and then put the burrito underneath with that fresh tin foil back on the baking tray. And so I took the baking tray and I got the burrito off of it.
Oh my God. We got it.
Replaced the burrito on top of
the tinfoil.
clean.
He's explained the tinfoil part like 4 freaking times at this point. This video is almost done. He's literally just explained the whole time, I replaced the tinfoil on the burrito. That's literally been this whole video.
Sheet of
boom. 1,000 views.
Picks out. And it's just crispy enough to be a chimichanga. Part 1 still uploading.
Back into the oven. You know what's funny too? You see the bracelet on his hand? He went to like a concert not that long ago. I forgot the concert. I forgot some band. Obviously some band. But he's been wearing it, and he's like still wears it. It's been like a whole week. It's like when you're a kid, like in high school, you go to like a concert or something, and you get the freaking bracelet. They just wear it as proof that they did something. Are you broken, Grayson? Grayson's like broken right now. Look at this boy. Look at this boy. Have you ever seen a better boy? Alright, we're moving on to the next video. Alright, SNAIL Burrito Part 4, 1.9 thousand views. Here we go.
Now the shell's nice and crispy.
You gotta speed up.
We're gonna add the final touches. Some of those Doritos. Some of that cheese.
Yeah. So we baked it again, and now we're gonna add the cheese, the shredded cheese, and the Doritos. Get your belly, boy. Get your belly. You're being so ridiculously cute. Stop. You're saving this video. Alright, we're just adding cheese. Still. This whole video is just going to be me playing with Grayson. That's really all this video is right now. Oh, look at this little sneeze. Little sneeze. Little sneeze. Oh. Still going at it with the cheese. Great.
A sprinkle of that sharp cheddar cheese.
And now the best part, Crusaders. The damn Doritos. You look in your back foot.
Burrito meat. Burrito, chimichanga looking. And add a sprinkle of nacho cheese Doritos for crunch.
For crunch, dude? The whole thing's a crunch. How is this not a crunch between the freaking fried, like the attempt at frying the tortillas and everything, and freaking, oh my god, what?
Burrito's firmed up. The toothpicks are out. By firmed up, I mean it's baked on the burrito long enough to where I'm not worried about it coming apart in the final stage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only grossed out by it because of the way I folded it.
No,
dude. The way I
dude, no. It's the pork pate, the pork liver pate, the damn snails, like all the butter. There's a lot of things to be grossed out about here than just how you folded it.
Did it, but I was able to fix it.
Oh, God.
YouTube. Because most of you are going to be grossed out because it's like, why the fuck would you put snail meat into a deep fried burrito?
Because it's authentic Mexican cuisine, of course.
Cobra. Wrap those Doritos up. So put the nacho cheese Doritos on top. Still
My
like
God.
sprinkle.
Dude.
The next part is going to be letting it cool off like usual. But I got it to this part. So I'm happy with that.
Back into the oven it goes. This is like the third or fourth time we've baked this thing. Holy shit. That oven, dude. The oven looks so rough. Boom. Just like that. Video over. Alright, on to the next video. On to the next video, we have letting the snail burrito cool off. And it's 28 seconds, Crusaders. 28 seconds. What we got? And that's what it looks like. That's it. Look at it.
Stop! You violated the law.
Appetizing, right? Who would eat this? For $5 to take a bite, would you do it? For just $5?
Looking delicious. Let it cool off.
That's it. Great video. Great video for 2.1 thousand views. Alright, so this video is like really the final one where he tries it. It's a 17-minute long video, but we're going to go through kind of the highlights here. So we're going to skip around a little bit, alright?
Check it out, YouTube. I ate the other half of that burrito. Super delicious, dude.
I wish I would have kept calories in this thing. Like, it can't be good. Like, all the butter, we have at least like 500 calories of butter. Depending on the tortillas, we have like another 400 calories. So that's 900 calories there. The cheese, probably an extra 200 calories just by looking how much you put on there. It will count the 200 as well as the nacho cheese Doritos. What, 542, so 1100. And then the meats, dude. Let's look at it. All right, check it out, chat. Check it out, Crusaders. Pork liver pate here. I'm going ahead and get rid of the bingo card for a second. The pork liver pate, right? 330 calories for that. So what I say we were at 1100 before? Yeah, 1100 plus the 330, right? So we're at 1430 calories. Let's go on to the next item. So we said 1430 so far, right? So this one is 120 calories per serving, and there's 7 servings of it. He definitely used all of it. So let's do some math right quick. So 120 times 7, 840. So 840 plus 1430, which we were at before. So this so far 2,270 calories. Now let's add the snails. I have a freaking photo memory. I remember it's these wild burgundy snails. So he used all but like one snail, it looked like. Right, bud? He used all but one snail. So he used all but one snail, but we'll go ahead and just count it all. I'm sure he ate all of them. So plus another 80 calories. So we're being a little generous here, and we're doing a combined total of 2,350 calories for this burrito. So like I said, 2,350 calories for a burrito if you kept up with the math that we did, looking up all the items. And two, this is a guesstimation because I don't really know the tortillas he used. I don't know how many calories those are. I'm guessing based on what I see for like normal store-bought things. I don't know how much butter he used. It looked like quite a lot. I don't know how much cheese he used, etc. So this is just kind of a guesstimation. So 2,350 calories for this entire freaking burrito. So for a lot of you, that's a full day's meal right here.
Right there, you see the chunk of snail
for this
meat.
Disgusting slop.
The pork liver was like a meat paste. And you had chunks of that pork patty from the Army brand. And then you got the snails right there. And I layered it with some of the leftover beans that I had.
Oh, I didn't even add the beans, dude. Hold on. I didn't even add the beans. I won't add all of it. We'll do half. So the best thing I can find is kind of like right here. So we'll go ahead and just do like 2 servings of this. We'll call it 280, all right? Because I don't think he fit all those beans in there. Again, being generous on this. So the 2350 plus 280, that'll take us to 2,630 calories. 2,630 calories for this freaking burrito. Holy crap. Isn't that wild, buddy?
Burritos. And some of that aardvark hot sauce, a splash of that. I ate the other half of this burrito already, man. Super fucking good.
There's no way.
Right there, you can see.
This man's palate is destroyed.
That's where the snail's at. Them canned snails are delicious. I like seafood, so I end up liking snails. The can it came in had like a little carrot thing in it. So I ate that, and I tried one of the snails off camera.
A carrot
Delicious, salty. And I just dumped the snails and put them on top with the liquid in the can and the burrito. And you saw how I fried it up as usual. I made the mistake of not putting the garlic powder on before throwing it in the oven.
Yeah, we already talked about that, so we'll skip ahead. We'll skip ahead to where he tries it. It looks so disgusting. Look at that inside, Crusaders. Look at that. Pull the bingo card back up. There you go. There's his drinking on camera. You know, just for all of this, we'll go ahead and call this a food hack. He might have mentioned it at some point, but this is definitely one of his food hacks.
I ate the other half of this burrito already, so I'm already kind of full.
We know, you said that already.
But we're going to grab a couple bites on camera here of this delicious.
No way. It's so... Dude. No.
You wanted the details, Cobra. This is what it looks like.
No! God! No! God, please, no! 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 No!
The end results are very tasty. Like I said, I smoked the other half of this already, so deep fried burrito. The aardvark hot sauce, when you shake it onto the burrito, it comes out in like little spurts of drops. Believe me, you don't need a whole lot of that hot sauce.
I think the biggest loser in all this is Cobra's toilet. Like, that toilet probably suffered a lot after Cobra ate all this.
Hot sauce that I put on this.
Rest in peace.
It's spicy. And it's not overdone either. It's not overdone at all. Very tasty.
Oh, God, dude.
You gotta buy that snail.
That probably broke his teeth too. He even eats like a freaking degenerate dude just with his mouth open.
A little bit of that hot sauce on top adds a nice amount of heat. Especially on a cold day like today. Another stupendous deep fried burrito from yours truly. Now the technique where you roll your burrito, smother it in margarine, bake it in the oven. And then before it's like this nice golden brown, like when it's still got a little bit of white from the tortilla shell
I wouldn't
left.
say this is nice at all, dude.
Sprinkle on some cheese. Maybe your favorite like nacho cheese Doritos. Throw it back in the oven, and when it finishes baking, you're going to get this cheese and these chips, the sharp cheddar cheese. Yes, please. Baked on top. Oh.
It's so disgusting. I can't, dude. I can't. It's so bad.
Mm-hmm. Packed with protein and flavor.
It's good. He got a bunch of little shit stuck in his beard that just fell out. Yeah, dude, because I'm really going to eat this for the protein. If I'm like a bodybuilder, right, this is the last thing I'd go to for protein. Get it other ways.
Yeah, YouTube, this burrito gets the King Cobra seal of approval.
I'm sure that's not hard. This man drinks curdled drinks on like camera and is like fine with it.
Most people wouldn't try snails, but I digress. It's an acquired taste, much like caviar or...
Right, because Cobra has a refined, like high income taste. Get the hell out of here. This man's like bank account is constantly in the negatives.
Fish in general. Even though snails are not technically fish. But the canned snails...
But they do, dude, what's weird is I had to look it up because it like blew my mind, but they do technically fall under the category of seafood, right? So it's weird. I looked it up. I was like, what the fuck? I'm not a freaking rocket biologist, right? So I don't...
Were delicious. The like I said, the pork liver was a meat paste.
Yeah, gross.
That I smeared into the burrito with chunks of that pork loaf.
Oh my God.
That came from the Army pork loaf can.
Look at this man eat. It's like watching National Geographic.
Last time I didn't put meat in the burrito, so this time I did. The secret aardvark scorpion hot sauce that I put on it.
We're gonna talk about...
I gave it a couple of healthy shakes on
Oh my
there.
God. Okay, we're skipping him. I'm sick of listening to him fucking talking about this, shaking the damn hot sauce.
And then I used pork liver meat paste, some crushed up nacho cheese Doritos, some sharp cheddar cheese, some chili beans, and some light coating of cheese for the top. The cheese will melt with the Dorito crumbs, crushed up Doritos, on top of the shell. You take it out of the oven when it's all golden brown like it is right now. Let it cool off. All those cheesy elements on the outside of the shell are going to crispify on top of that shit.
Crispify, yes.
And you can get canned meat at your local Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Fuck this shit, I need to go to bed, and I will just try it in a couple hours, let it cool off. I smoked the first half of that trying to film a cooking video. I deleted that cooking video because, well, that cooking video review of my Prodigy, you get what I'm saying? Because I didn't get the cross-section in there, like, oh, check it out, you know what I'm saying?
What the fuck are you talking about?
But this time, I know for a fact, I got it in there. The shot is in there.
That's the whole thing he wanted. He wanted to freaking... had to make sure the cross-section, whatever he's fucking calling it, was in there. That's funny. Also, I just noticed it. We got... Look at that. That's his wand right there. We got a wand sighting, so you can go ahead and check that off the bingo card as well. Boom!
Full for eating the first half of that. I took a couple bites for y'all so you can hear that crunch of that chimichanga goodness.
It's no goodness in this fucking burrito, bro.
Maybe snails are not your forte, so you add whatever the fuck you want to add to the middle of these burritos. And when they're done
maybe
right,
you can do like some actual like typical things you put in burrito, like a nice beef, chicken, steak, put some rice, put some not chili beans, like some black beans, refried beans, you know, put some cheese, some guac, maybe some sour cream, lettuce, tomatoes, you know, make it like an actual good burrito, not snails, pork liver, meat paste, chili beans.
they're good. But yo, YouTube, I want to take a drink of this drink combo.
There it is.
Leave you with
Oh, you mentioned drink combo. We already got it.
this drink combo for 21 and up now.
Always got remembered. 21 and up. Well, that's the video. That was disgusting. Gross. Alright, Crusaders, that's the video for today. Let me know what you think about that, that amazing food hack. That Cobra did for us. Would you eat that? If someone paid you like $100 to eat that whole burrito, would you do it? Like you had to eat all that in one sitting. Now, just to remind you, right, we did some rough math on it. It's not exact. It's probably not 100% accurate. We made some guesses on what we think the calories are in this thing, but 2,630 calories is what this came out to. Could be a little more, could be a little less, depending on some of the ingredients and how much he used. He didn't really specify. He's about as good at measuring out his food as Amberlynn Reed is, which, as we know, is not at all. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you didn't throw up or anything disgusting. Maybe this inspired some of you to cook something like this. Would you like to see me cook this for a stream? As you know, I've done quite a few live streams where I cook things. So let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see that. And also, while you're leaving a comment, consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps the algorithm. But anyway, guys, that's all I got for y'all today. Y'all stay safe out there. I'll see y'all in the next video.